basically, if we're speaking about the workflow, we can actually divide it into four main phases, I would say. Two phases are non-technical and two phases that left are technical. The first actually phase is the research. Like if you're an auditor and the audit manager passes you the new code base for review, like you definitely need to dive deeper into the project itself. Because as the auditor, you need to understand how the project operates, as we discussed previously, right? And for that, you need to check the contracts overall, their dependencies, which functions are in the contract, what type of contract that is, and like how the overall project is structured. Like what's the, if you're reading the white paper, you're given the overall highlight idea, right? And if you're imbibing this idea, like you better understand what the test cases will be when you'll be at the point of testing phase. Like you're just preparing yourself and preparing your team basically to conduct the audit for the specific type of contracts. That's the first phase, and the outcome, like, the team is fully aware of all the potential underwater stones. They do truly understand what the project is about, and they are ready to go. And the very first, technical step when they are doing the audit, like while the audit is conducted, is the manual part of the audit. Like we call it manual part because obviously, like basically, if you're an auditor, you're going line by line, step by step over the code base, and you're checking all the misoperations. Like if you check that the contract operates not as expected, you check the typos, you check the security vulnerabilities, potential ones, and basically you're checking everything that can be just physically cached by human eye. But we do not rely only on human eye, obviously, because we are aware of the fact of human error. Like, you cannot mitigate it, like never. So basically, you also need to do automated stuff. And we do the static analysis. Like we use different tools and techniques in order to reveal the rest of the issues that might potentially be missed during the manual part. It's like a double check. But it's not even a double check by another auditor, because we always have two auditors on one scope of work. But it's even, I would say, triple check, because two auditors are on the one contract, right? And also like the automatic stuff, automated tools. So I would say even triple check, if you should be honest. So after that, like when we finish the manual part and static analysis, what we do is just basically compiling the list of issues. We always put the recommendations on how to fix it. And also we always put the severity level of the issue. We classify them from low to critical. And also we do the informational labels, for some kind of optimizations, advices, so on and so forth. So informational, low, medium, high, and critical. That's basically the classification of ours. And after that, like we are just passing the nice report to our partners, and they are having the possibility to fix it. Once the actual issue is fixed, like they are passing the new commit to us, we are reviewing the commit once again and checking if the issue was fixed indeed. Sometimes it happens that, fixing one issue causes another issue.
So that's a lot of the time, right?
Like we are not out of the loop, the same process, like we are checking it, we are adding it, the partner is fixing and giving us the new commit. But once we are fully set, like once, everything is pretty fine, all the issues are checked, retested, we are moving towards to the testing phase. That's the third phase of the audit process. And on this step of the workflow, we are covering the whole code base with tests, test cases to check every single function, all the calculations. We are trying to break the contract, and basically we're trying to hack the contract as well. Like you're doing as a white hacker, right? You have the access, you know how it's operating, and you're basically trying to hack it. And the coverage, basically, that's quite important value for us, because we aim to maintain the best practices of the industry, and the coverage to be 95 plus. Like the aim is 100%, but the cases are different. 95 plus, that's the must go, right? And the 100% of coverage, that's aim. And once we are ready, we just put in the test results and basically the coverage table to our report. And we are moving towards to the fourth phase, which is basically, I would say, non-technical phase. Is basically the organizational phase. Like we are wrapping up the report, polishing the text, checking if no typos in the simple text, And once we are ready, we are passing this to our designer, and our designing team is just preparing the whole report, making the beauty, and this beauty is ready to go to the public.